Hey everyone. Power surge took out my modem. And my computer. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Part 2, part 2, part 20, part 2. Sorry, the last stream cut off my modem. Had a power surge in the... That cut off my modem and PS4. Oh god damn it, I lost all that. I hope it saved after I turned in and was almost level 6 Rotten Vale because I just lost because my PS4 also turned off. Yeah, there was a power surge in my room. Took out the PS4. Surprisingly didn't take out my computer, but it took out the PS4 and PS4 and the modem, so it took a second for us to get back online. Alright. Try this again. Sorry about that, though. Since my internet was dead, I didn't have any way to inform you faster about what happens. Yeah, power went out. Sorry about that, guys. Cool, boom. Alright, spooky stream so far. It's true, spooky. Let me repost on. All right, I was actually worried there for a second because I actually thought my PS4 bricked because it was not turning back on. But I think what happened was, the power surge might have knocked out that particular outlet on my power strip. Let's assume that's the problem. Lol, thanks, Pat Ubila. Ubila? I'm not trying to pronounce that. Melancholy Orgy. That's a great name. Hey. It's going well. Unfortunately, the power surge partway through. Partway through us farming some stuff up, so we gotta see at what point it actually saved. Should be a Mathlos, right? Which one's Mathlos? That one's Mathlos. Uvia. Oh, it's Spanish. Gotcha. Uvia. Gotcha. Alright. Thanks. Back to Vale grind. Switch my monitor over. Sip some seltzer water. Oh god damn it. And then click off, whatever. It's fine. Who reacted boy? Broadwin. Of course Broadwin reacted boy. Oh well, thanks, Pat. I mean, you did pretty much spell how to enunciate it. Alright. Is this the session with everyone in it? It is. Let's see. Yeah, Melancholy Orgy. The session ID is in the description on the video, and we still have quite a few open slots in here. I'm pretty much doing a first come, first serve thing. Okay, fuck. Okay, it didn't save after the second to last round of track farming, so we gotta do this again. Again. At the moment, the only slot I'm reserving for a particular person is one slot for Tony, because he wants to play with us. Tony's character's name is Faye. Hook a Kieran up to my house, maybe. I'm pretty sure that would cause it to surge more often. Apocalypse Plant. Swax in base game. Sword mode's sword heavy playstyle still plays pretty much the same as like it does in Iceborne, with the exception of having, you know, ZSD be good and clutch clawing shit. But like otherwise it pretty much still plays the same, so I would just like, yeah, you can practice sword mode in there. Axe mode is useless in base game, so you can't really practice that much. But like there's still merit to learning it, especially because like a big part of Switch X2 is having to learn how to iframe hop things if you don't can play an Axe exclusive style basically, or ZSD spam style. You have to learn how to hop stuff, and you know, you can still do that in base game. Yep, Tony, trap spam. I need to get level 6 so I can get a level 6 Rotten Vale. So I can get a Handicraft Charm. Handicraft Follow Charm. Shit, I don't have any traps on here. I forgot to restock. I was a fool! What's up, General Blackie? And they probably done testing steps using elemental IG or raw. Raw elemental IG seems to be the best. Like Zebra's Sobera has already done a lot of testing on it and kind of figured it out within like the first week or two of the game. Elemental raw IGs work the best. So things like Volcana and Silver Rathalos and Nemo IGs work the best on IG. Going for full elemental is questionable, partly because you have to deal with protective polish or true crit elements, and partly because like IG has a 0.8 modifier on every attack for elements, so like a little bit of element with high raw is good, but like full elemental dive in gets deprecating returns. Where the fuck is this guy? Where you at, homie? Hit me up, Shouty. Where you at? Where you at, Shouty? Show me your sexy badunkadunk. Where you at? What the fuck is this Radabon? Oh, Pat, Uvia. God damn it, how was it spelled? Uvia? Pat Uvia? I think, oh, son of a bitch. Is it an Acid Glav Guiding Lands? Because it has to be specifically a Tempered Acid Glav in the Guiding Lands. Y'all are fucking assholes. Thank you. Alright. Oh, sweet, Uvia. Okay, well, in that case, fuck this. Because apparently this motherfucker doesn't want to spawn. Yeah. Apparently this guy don't want to spawn. Is the Acid Glav okay, so are you in the session already? I can just hop out then, since apparently this fucking Radaban doesn't want to spawn. Also, what is your name in-game, Pat, so I know which one to join? Oh, no worries, Pat. Appreciate it. fuck is this guy? Oh, there he goes. Switch axe or longsword, which is better? What's your definition of better? Highest potential clear times, ease of use? Because longsword's a hell of a lot easier to use. Longsword is like a hell of a lot easier to use than switch axe for sure. It has a high skill ceiling now with spirit EI stuff, but like it's relatively a very easy weapon to pick up compared to switch axe. In terms of potential clear times, like switch axe has always been around the same speed as longsword clears, and I believe it's faster now. Wait, did that eat my trap? Are we? Yeah, I guess that ate my trap. Weird. Ooh! Mine his back for free. Best for free lures. It was good, General Blackie. Might as well break pots while we're at it. Oh wait, I have to get around to the back. Get to the back. No, I picked up a sling and torch. No, I picked up a material instead of mining him. I wanted that lure. Disappointed. All right, restock time. Yeah, you can get lures from the back. The problem is I couldn't reach it in time, and then I accidentally picked up a material instead of mining him, because it's the same goddamn button for reasons. Oh, nice, 3 acid glav lures. Well, I guess once we're finished fucking up this Radaban, hop on over. Yeah, you can mine Radaban and Uragan when they get knocked over. The easiest way to do that is wait for them to roll and then hit them with like ranged ammo or with certain kinds of pods. Or knock them into a wall, but you can mine their backs for materials. Aha! No, that is not what I wanted to do, game. Tell this motherfucker to stop falling next to like things I can pick up. But you can mine them up to 3 times. I was a little late on the pitfall this time. Sort of fine. 2 traps in the same spot. Lol. And I pick up these random materials because they're used for stuff. They're used for health augments for R10s. Oh, I'm out of traps. But also can help break pots at this point. Tigrex lure. This poor Radaban. Oh, you'll be in the Guiding Lands? Cool. We'll finish up this guy real quick and then be over. Haha! Fall over, bitch! Mind the back! No game, let me mine the berg! Okay, I guess at this point, let's just actually kill the Radabant. Oh, but not before we mine the back! Okay, I can't reach the back in time, so screw it. LOL. This poor Radabant. Ah, fuck, I fucked up that. Was doing early explosion. LOL. Having a ranged weapon makes it so hard for this. Having a ranged weapon on your team makes it so hard for Radabant to ever roll. Let me mine! I turned too quickly. I should pick up these materials. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. I need these because they're used for rarity 10 health augments. And rarity 10 weapons are kinda busted on elemental weapons. God, how's this thing not dead yet? I guess we have been fucking around a lot. Your first Pop-Tart, how was it? Oh shit again, his bones back. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Oh, he's dead. Well, at least he got to get his bones back before he dies. Okay, sweet. Ooh, more mats. Alright, let's go. Ah! Yeah, get the fuck out of here, Gyros. Oh yeah, Gold Crescent's nice. Oh. Right, that's why I was doing shit damage. I was running not my damage set. I forgot to switch out. Womp. I was dealing so little damage. Womp. I completely forgot to switch off of my trapping set. Pat, what's your in-game name? I didn't see it in the scrolling chat. Don't know which one to join. Wait, did the Tempered Acid Glav just spawn, Tony? Is that what happened? When I was like looking at chat? Is that what happened, Tony? Something funny happened, Tony. What happened? Oh, okay. By the way, Tony, which 3 do you have at level 7 again? Or level 6 again? Or 7 or whatever? I'm trying to decide which 3 to make my level 6s. And then we could just like trade back and forth based on what we need, you know? I know Rotten Vale wasn't one of yours. Oh wait. Let's go ahead and fortify Strat first. You have Wild and Coral? Okay, I have Wild and Rotten right now, so I'll probably go for Ancient Forest then. Can I get a screenshot? Sure, Megalovania. If you'd like. Where are you? Where you at? You know what? I'm gonna sit here in this footbath. You can come take a screenshot with me while I soak my feet. Toggle armor? Oh, scandalous. Ooh. I'm gonna soak the leather of my boots. Pat said that the name in game is Luna, I think. So we join in Luna, I think. Oh, hey Rose. Sorry I didn't see you in the wall of chat. I'm really bad at reading chat. I'm gonna increase the font size a bit, make it a bit easier to read from this angle. That makes it a bit easier to read, actually. Someone wants to have a screenshot real quick, so like I'm sitting here. One sec. Alright. We good, Megalovania? You got your screenshot? Take that as a yes. Okay. Cool. Glad I could help. Oh wait. I just realized why everything felt so fucking weird in that last hunt. Oh wait, no, never mind. It is to the far. Weird. This is far. Alright. I haven't played in a while. Let's join a Guiding Lands. I should fix my region levels. Got a loyal thunder. Yeah, boy. Fucking man. I get to keep up with these various memes thanks to my fiance Jenny, because she loves TikTok, so we'll like hang out in bed and just like watch TikToks, and I get to keep up with all these memes that I wouldn't know about otherwise. I go outside. Silo, technically attack is going to be the higher damage option, but personally I would recommend using health augments, mostly because EI slashes still can get chip damage. So it's nice to be able to heal that up. But the thing is, health augment isn't if you're fighting tempered monsters or like tier 3 monsters, it's not really that helpful to... What am I saying? It's not really that helpful to run like what's it called? To run health augments for actual damage you take. Like, if you get hit by a tempered monster, chances are you're in one-shot range, and even if you use health augment, you'll be one-shot range for at least a few combos worth of healing. So you're actually, like, playing riskier by doing that instead of playing safer by just healing up after getting hit. That's just kind of the reality with, like, tempered monsters and a lot of the endgame grind monsters. By the way, I'm Fortify. I'm proccing Fortify right now. There's no reason not to. In Guiding Lands, it lasts for 50 minutes. If you're actually farming stuff, you might as well, you know? But yeah, so the issue with, so like the thing is, like, health augment's good for healing up chip damage. It's not really necessarily a good idea for healing up actual damage you take from hits, unless you're confident in your ability to not get hits while you're in one-shot range. That being said, I still run health augment on everything because I like the fact that I don't have to heal up every time I take chip damage. And if you're running peak performance, obviously you have to run health augment. It's just not practical otherwise. Oh shit! I forgot. You need to go pick up a track so you can turn in the investigation or turn things in. So like you lose the rewards, right? Oh, maybe someone got me research points. Nope. So you lose whenever you cut, right? You lose some rewards for monsters. But if you go and ignore me, Odo. How the fuck did you not leave any footprints? There we go. Go and pick up a footprint. And you turn in this. Boom! Suddenly, all that goes away, and you have Fortify active. And you get full rewards for monsters you kill. Neat. Alright. Oh yeah, Health Org is nice if you're going to be using Rocksteady a lot as well, though. Just because, like, when you have Rocksteady, because of the damage reduction, like, regular hits kind of become chip damage at that point. It's just that, like, it's a video I've been wanting to make, and I will put out at some point, which is talking about my thoughts on why I think Health Augment is frankly overrated. Like, it's good, don't get me wrong. It's just, fuck, I forgot to eat. It's just not as good as people make it out to be, you know? Probably go pick up the bits he left on the ground. I'm assuming he left bits on the ground. Bits! Please ignore me, Barris. I'm trying to pick up these charged Deathly Shockers. Elemental crit draw for what? Greatsword? Frostcraft Greatsword? I mean, I haven't looked into it that much, but I have talked with quite a few peeps about it. I helped! I totally helped. I did things there. Yep. Absolutely did things there that were useful and helpful. What a waste of a rock steady. Oh, thanks, biological stepdad. You know, if there are any news about there being a master rank called to Roth? We assume there will be. They've stated there's gonna be a master rank siege monster. And we assume that's probably gonna be coming in like the next big update. And they also said they're going to do something with the Call to Roth weapons, so don't sell them yet. Presumably you'll be able to like meld them into new weapons or upgrade them. I'm thinking the melding is more likely than the upgrade. But that's kind of like what I've heard is in terms of theories. But they have said for sure they're going to do something with those master rank with the high rank Cove weapons. But yeah, so cool. Thanks, Pat. Oh yeah, I should probably go eat foods. Foods. But yeah, so like they have stated that they are gonna do something with that. We don't know for certain it's gonna be a call to Roth, but I think it's extremely likely because it'd be stupid for them to not reuse assets, you know? But, you know, we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do, but we do know for sure there's gonna be a Master Rank Siege, and we do know they're gonna do something, quote unquote, with the high rank Call to Roth weapons. To, like, you know, not make us feel like shit for having spent all that time farming it up and then being useless in Master Rank. Now, Tony obviously really wants a Master Rank KT. And I won't be opposed to it. I mean, I enjoyed KT until I got bored of her. But I enjoyed figuring out, you know, how to farm her most efficiently, the scripts to use, the strategies to use. All that was really fun to work out. Then once I worked that out and farmed her about 1,000 times, I got bored, but... Yep, I'll be carrying Tony until we figure out the best strats, and then he'll copy them and get the world record. I mean, if they do a Casino Queen thing again with Call to Roth, I just hope that they, like, cut down on the iteration time. Even, like, fucking 10-minute... Even once you get it down to 10-minute runs, that's still so fucking slow, you know? Like, my big issue is that, like, you know, this is Monster Hunter, right? Every single monster you have to grind, and it is RNG to grind stuff. The difference is, if you want to grind up a gem or a mantle, a master rank or something, with a good investigation, that's like 3 or 4 at most runs until you get the gem or mantle you want. Potentially a little bit faster. Ah, see ya, Tony. Thanks for the hunts, bruh. But yeah, it's like... It's... You don't have to farm up that much to get parts, right? Like, at most, you kill a monster like 10 times to get the mats you need for all the armor and weapons. But Colv's just like, oh, you farmed me 300 times already? Well, fuck you. You don't get the weapon you want yet. Ah, damn it. Wait, what? They didn't cancel? Weird. Whoops. I'm just gonna be lazy. I'm being lazy. Gonna be lazy. Just camp your leg with explosions. Oh, that works too, I guess. Hit your face with explosions. Damn, too late. Soften everything for reasons. And there's a KO. I didn't realize my amp had rolled off. That's a big feels bad. Keep everything softened forever. Alright, time to cheese this shit. Shit, I fucked that up. Fucked up the timing for that. He's K though. Where am I going? Oh, I guess I live down here now. Ah, angle was off. Oh. I keep forgetting it's a hop instead of a roll after failing a clutch claw grab. I should probably pick up these parts. That's the entire reason we're doing this. Oh no, they went away! Why the fuck do these shinies time out? Who thought it was smart game design to make these time out faster than the monster transitions areas? Why are they trying to encourage me to stop fighting the monster mid-fight and pick up shiny shit? Who thought this was a good idea? Can we fight him over here for a bit too? Yep. Like I probably have like at least at least 12 shinies that timed out while all this was going on. YOLO. Whoops. I forgot how slow that move is. Nice. Oh, hey, Odo. Let's knock your ass into a wall so I can get more parts. Aww. I barely got any parts from that because I forgot to actually pick up parts. To pick up shinies, son of a bitch. I don't even know if I got enough off of that. I think I did get just barely enough. I can't move, someone hit me. Why me? Gyros are assholes, but also helpful sometimes. Hey Odo, what's up buddy? I just want your shinies. Alright. Whoop! Y'all want to kill an Odo? Actually, I don't really need Odo mats, but... But screw it, let's go kill an Odo, I guess. Oh, yeah, if you could load another one out, Pat, that'd be great, actually. That would be ideal. That'd be fucking mint. As the kids say these days. Oof, Proct, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh god, he moves so much in multiplayer. He's also blind right now, so he's just going crazy. Oop, too early. Womp. Womp. Oh, no wall knock. I guess he didn't have pods or something. Or maybe ran out of stamina. I get it. Bye! Never mind! 9,000 IQ trap there! Wait, how did I not latch? Oh, I latched. Whee! Aww. I didn't know him hopping off that could knock me off. And now I gotta go back up so I can get the fucking... pick up the mats he dropped. Wait, am I going the right way for the mats? I'm not. Screw it. candy. Ooh, a piece of 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 candy. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, Blast Toad, right. I was like, since when does his tail whip explode? Slightly off angle. Huh. Interesting. I'm surprised that actually whiffed, considering the claw made contact. No! My CSD! What are you doing, great soul person? Knocked me off of my CSD. Knocked me off my CSD twice, actually. Womp womp. New variant tail exploding Odo. Ah! Where'd the piercing pods go? Ah, whatever. Multiplayer is weird, but fun, but also weird. It's like so much more Papega. Son of a bitch. Just let me on you! Oh dear, forest region went down. So let's see. For Tigrex, Gunlance would not be my recommendation against Tigrex. If you wanted a Tigrex weapon. For Tigrex, you either want to use a ranged weapon or you want to use a weapon that can trip lock him more like Switch Axe in Axe mode. Like, I would not recommend that. Oh, Lance. Lance is also just very good against Tigrex. I don't know if I would recommend Gunlance, because Gunlance doesn't really have, like, Gunlance's blocks will help with charges, but it can't really animation cancel into blocks. So you will have difficulty with, like, reactively blocking to Tigrex's attacks. Which is kind of important if you're using a block against them. Alright. I guess You said you have another acidic glav in this lure, right, Pat? I thought CB is pretty good against him too, yeah. The only thing that helps with tripping Jacob is more damage. That's it. Faster trips just come from more damage. But yeah, faster trips just come from more damage, so that's what you gotta do. Just have more damage, frankly. For Luna, keep the front leg softened and just keep beating on her forever. Or the back legs, I forget. I think back legs have higher elemental hits and value, but yeah, basically keep the front leg softened and just keep beating on them with high damage. That's really all you can do with dual blades. Running some more evade window might help with dealing with like the puddles bullshit hitboxes. Because the puddles do have actual bullshit hitboxes. They're actually impossible to roll through without evade window, depending on the attack that triggers them and the angle. Let's switch things up a little bit. Wait, fuck, no, I'm not playing. I forgot. I fucking hate using longsword against the Glavenesses. The Glavenesses have this weird interaction with longsword where if you don't like hug close to them, you can like dodge and foresight and EI spirit slash their tail attacks all day, and you just won't ever hit them. Because their tail reach is so long, so you have to play close to them, but that's just really hard to do in multiplayer. Because of how much they move around, so let's not do that. Let's not do that. Power Prolonger is comfy. You don't have to keep your amp up as often. You don't have to keep your power axe as aggressively up either. It's comfy. I don't think it's better than more damage. I haven't really crunched... The math is complicated, so I haven't really gone around to crunching how useful it is for damage, and I'm 90% sure it's not better than more damage, like peak performance, for example. But that being said, it's super comfy. So I run it especially when I'm streaming, because I can't pay as much attention when I'm trying to juggle balls and whatnot. Ah, no roll for me to roll. That sucks. Is he not? I was about to say, how is he not engaged with us yet? The fuck? Yeah. Let me pick up the shinies, motherfucker. Shinies, motherfucker. Womp. That is not the body part I meant to go to. I meant to go on the legs, game. But apparently down meant head. This is how we deal with monsters that move too much in multiplayer. Oh no. You okay there, Xerxes? How did he not take damage there? That wasn't enough damage to knock you out of that? That's actually surprising. Womp. can hit me? Huh. Interesting. I know I've been on that attack at that hitbox before, or at that angle before. I know how the hitbox interacted. Whoop. No thanks. Whoa, what the fuck just happened? Did I just lag out? That's weird. No, game, this way. No, this way. Yes, good game. Good game. What the fuck? Well, this is the first. This is definitely a first. I'm underneath of the arena. Oh, I can move. Bruh, I can roll too. See, I'm pressing X and I move a little faster. I'm going for a sway. This is new. I guess they must have added the feature to swim underneath the map in the latest patch. Oh, look, I can go down. Oh, I can attack too. Oh. Oh! I'm here now. And I killed a poor Aptonoth. If this was Twitch, I'd tell someone to clip that. But this isn't Twitch. So I'll just have to save the timestamp. Let me save this timestamp. 0:58. Saving timestamp for a glitch. Alright. Well, that happened. It's true, the Aptonoth sacrificed itself so I could escape. It offered its souls to the Guiding Lands. Hey, buddy. Alright, where are these mats? It's the entire reason I make. Oh, that was interesting. Reported for hacking. It's true, obviously I'm an elite hacksaws. Oh, well, thank you for pinging the materials. I don't think there's any more. I think the rest probably despawned at this point while I was going through on my trek through the abyss. We were just jumping around. Yeah, I think it was probably a latency thing, but because also like what's it called? The one dude. Ooh, Sense of Tofor. Let me pick these up. Oh my fucking god, let me pick these up, you little shits. Can I not pick this up anymore? Is it gone? Or the gyros cover it? God damn it, fuck it. Oh shit, I don't have enough stamina. Huh, I think the pop break just overrode the flagger. Interesting. Stop moving so goddamn much, you son of a bitch. Oh shit, pick up the shinies, pick up the shinies. I keep getting distracted by, you know, fighting the monster. Oh, what the fuck? That was a hell of a head snap. Well, tail snap, I guess. Oh lord, don't drop me off the planet again. There we go, broke the tail off. I think. Is that what broke? Oh, 100% certain. Oh god, I was under the map that time. Nah, I didn't break the tail off. Aha! Captured. Yay! We did it! Now, ideally, when you are doing, as an optimization thing, if you are trying to farm the parts off of a monster, it's generally better to kill them because they get more shiny drops that way, which gets you more overall parts. But I've got plenty enough for what I need, so it doesn't really matter. But just for those of you watching, if you're trying to farm up specifically the parts off of like a tempered monster in the Guiding Lands, it's better off to kill them, just because they drop more parts as they lose more HP. Also, if you let them go, it's also ideal to let them go and sleep instead of going into the area and not letting them sleep. Because if they go to sleep, you can launch them into a wall, and the wall is guaranteed to drop you a shiny. Or 2 shinies if you're running geology. Yay! Well, thanks, Pat. That should be what I need from that, so... Yeah, that should be what I need from that, so let's head back real quick and check. Workshops. Yes, Jacob, they can be tempered. However, you have to have the area you lure them to be a high enough level for them to spawn as tempered, And the way you can check if that is the case, Jacob... Here, I'll show you once it loads in. So, the way you can check that, Jacob, is by going to your Hunter's Notes. God. SSD on the PS4 is still so much slower than PC. You go to your Hunter's Notes, and you go to Guiding Lands, and then you go to, let's say, Rotten Vale, and then you can click up and down for the different levels. You can see here, X, at level 6, we can get Tempered Tigrexes, Tempered Acid Glav, Tempered Odogarons, Tempered Ebony Odogarons. Basically, all of these can be tempered. All of these can spawn tempered, but things like Runa Gigante, Volcana, Brute Tigrex, Savage Deviljho, all the tier 3s won't spawn as tempered until level 7. Which if we look at, I've got my Wild Spire to level 7 before, so you can check here and stand. We can see we can get a Tempered Teostra, Lunastra, Gold Rathian, Black Diablos, Glavenus, Volcana, Savage Joe, Puke, Bareth, Anjaneth, blah 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 blah. All of these can spawn as tempered now. And that's also why they let you meld like tempered parts into non-tempered parts, because like now I can't spawn like at level. If I was at level 7, I couldn't spawn a regular Black Diablos anymore. It'll always be tempered, because as you can see, regular Black Diablos isn't on the list. I can't spawn a regular Black Diablos anymore, so if I need to get regular Black Diablos parts, I can go to the Elder Melder and meld them out of tempered Black Diablos parts. Yeah, Megalovania, I'm running on a PS4 Pro with an SSD. It's still slower than PC. It's so much faster than HDD. I heavily recommend using an SSD, but it is a lot. But it is still slower than like an SSD on a PC. Judgmental. If you're talking about high rank, it's Devil Joe. The Barroth Club used to be the best, then the Devil Joe SNS came out, and the Devil Joe SNS is the best. For Raw at least. Ooh, oh, I never put my camera back on. But for Iceborne is Gold Rathian SNS. The Rathian SNSs I've always been very competitive, and the Gold Rathian is just stupidly overtuned. Neat. Now I can meld shits. Oh, sweet. I can meld torrent sacks from Thunder Pelts. That's actually super handy. I don't really feel like keeping my coral high since Tony is level 7. Oh, 1.0? Yeah, 1.0 in OG vanilla, Barroth Club is the best. Because there wasn't a Devil Joe SNS yet, and there weren't other stronger options. Even then, though, actually the Pink Rathian was pretty close to it. Close enough to it in the point that if you played more sloppily and killed a monster in like over 5 minutes, I think, Pink Rathian, oh, the Pink Rathian SNS actually beat it. Updated bow guides as soon as bows are gonna be one of the later meta videos we do, because there's like fucking 50, 60 plus goddamn bow builds now. Like, holy shit, there are, and like that's just like end game meta sets. Then you have all your transitional sets, and you have your easier to achieve sets, because all those sets require lots of really good decos. But there's like 50, 60 plus bow sets right now, because you got 5 elements, and each of the 5 elements has cons 1, cons 3, and cons 5 sets, because cons 5 sets are now a thing. Because in Guiding Lands, you don't really want to be popping a dash juice every 3 minutes, so people have been running Constitution 5 sets for Guiding Lands farming. And then on top of all those sets, you also have different levels of stamina surge. A lot of them have different bows that compete. For example, for Thunderbow, the Tobi Kadachi bow, the Zenogre bow, and the Rajang bow have different matchups that they're better against, and different amounts of stamina surge and utility fit in that they're better for. And then on top of that, you have Agitator versus non-Agitator sets now, because there are actually Agitator 5 sets that do really well on bow now. Bow has so many fucking builds right now. There is so many fucking builds right now, it's crazy. Like, I'll be honest, bow probably has as many builds by itself as, like, 70% of all the melee builds combined. In fact, it probably has as many builds as all of the melee weapons combined, minus dual blades and lance, because those two have a lot of builds as well. Like, minus those two, it probably has more builds than all of the melee builds combined for, like, meta damage sets. But in the meantime, check out Fumetto, our friend Fumetto, Phemeto. Fumetto has a lot of stuff on bowguns and bows already that's out that you can definitely check out. It's just, it's going to be a while before we cover that stuff because it's just so much investment, time investment for us to cover those. Like, there are just so many fucking builds. The TLDR, though. It's not just on the Rajang bow. There are quite a few bows that actually work better with Agitator simply because of hits and value ratios. And the thing you have to remember too. Next to like Elemental SNS, next to Elemental Light Bowgun and Elemental Charge Blade, bow is the most elemental based weapon. But it's still got a lot of raw damage. It's still like a 60-40, 70-30 split raw to element because power coatings gives you a 35% damage bonus to your raw, like to your base raw. It's a very big damage bonus to your raw from power coatings. Plus spread shot up and normal shot up only affect the raw side, not the elemental side. So like it's still a pretty heavy split. And it still technically deals more raw damage than elemental damage. It's just elemental skills are more efficient, so you focus on elements. So, like, Agitator has its uses, too, outside of just, like, the Rajang bow. Bow is still overpowered as hell, yes, it's still very strong. The Zinogre Heavy Bowgun's even stronger because it's like if they took Glutton and made it twice as good. Bow is still very strong and very complicated, and there's a lot of sets. No idea, Gut, but probably T3s. Since you don't have Stream Stones to mix in anymore, like Augment Stones to mix anymore, it's probably T3s. Coalescence is amazing as a 1-point skill. I wouldn't recommend anything over that. Do I have a Coalescence deco finally? I don't even know if I ever farmed up a Coalescence deco. Yeah, Phoenix. So, here's the thing. Level 1. Like, here's the thing. You can trigger this off of Nullberries. So, against matchups that you can just Nullberry off a status, it lasts for apparently... I've been told it lasts for 90 seconds, which is a really fucking long time. So, like, it's actually a really good skill as a 1-point skill. 12 attack... Even if you don't use an elemental status weapon, 12 raw for 1 level 3 slot is insanely high. Like, that is really good efficiency. Once you hit level 2 and level 3, that's when you start reaching the point where this is no longer worth sacrificing the stuff on your builds. But level 1 Coalescence is really fucking good, even on a pure raw build. Like, even if you don't have elements or status on your set, as long as you can trigger it once every 90 seconds, assuming that is the time, I haven't ever actually timed it myself, assuming that you can trigger it once every 90 seconds, like, this is a huge amount of damage to gain for 1 level 3 slot. So, definitely worth it. Rajang Charge Blade? Not worth it. Gold Rathian's too good. For impact, Gold Rathian Charge Blade is just too good. It's not worth it. I mean, the 20 extra, like, 20 extra base true raw is nice for your file damage, but doesn't really make up for the, like, how expensive the build gets, because you have to fit all the same stuff you do on Gold Rathian plus Handicraft, and you need a good amount of Handicraft too, and the Gold Rathian just gets 60 natural units, so like between 100% Affinity and Master's Touch, even though you lose Sharpness every time you guard points, 60 lasts you the entire hunt, no problem. And there's also the issue that Savage Axe is just stronger than SAED, but Savage Axe, like, assuming you can fit in your Savage Axe hits, but Savage Axe shreds your fucking Sharpness if you, so like... Especially if you don't, you know, soften everything on the monster, which you're not going to. So, like, Savage will shred your Sharpness, and having that extra 60 units is really nice. Like, having that 60 units plus 100% Affinity and Master's Touch is really nice, and Rajang struggles to fit that. It's very hard to get 100% Affinity and a decent amount of Sharpness on it, and also get Health Augment on it, because Charge Blade generally wants to run Health Augment to heal up chip damage from guard pointing. Like, it's rough to make work, and just, even when you try to, doesn't end up beating the Gold Rathian Charge Blade. The Gold Rathian Charge Blade is just really good. I mean, depends what you mean by worth using, Pat. It's, I forget how much it is, it's like 20 defense or something. For, like, a demon, for, like, early game, it's definitely worth it. Once you're hitting master rank though, it's pretty much the same thing with defense boost. You're barely getting any gains out of it at all. So it's like, I mean, 20 increase in defense, if it is that. I forget exactly how much it is, but like a 20 increase in defense with a fully augmented and upgraded master rank meta set is like less than 1% effective health increase, so it's like negligible. The Rajang Gun Lance is good, it just has sharpness issues. Like, it ends up, like, we were hoping it would be a new meta option, but, and I guess technically it is, because the only competition Wide Gun Lance has is the Runa Nergigante Wide Gun Lance, which apparently still beats the Rajang just because it deals more damage per poke, even though it has weaker shelling. And because of the sharpness issues. Like, even if you stack 5 handicraft in your set and protect the polish item Prolonger 3, like, you still run out of sharpness way too fast on the Rajang Gun Lance. It just doesn't have enough sharpness for Wide. Wide needs a lot of sharpness because you're poking and shelling. And with Artillery 5 being a thing, you can't run Master's Touch anymore, so you have to run like Razor Sharp or Polish Prolonger on Wide Gun Lance that just has sharpness issues. Like, this is another video I'm probably gonna do in the future, but like, they really, in my opinion, they really fucked up with Gun Lance and Iceborne, because they made every Gun Lance style except for Long Gun Lance just significantly weaker than Long Gun Lance. And like, don't get me wrong, I don't care that Long Gun Lance deals, what's it, 211 DPS? Like, Long Gun Lance right now deals 211 DPS. I don't mind that. Like, it's fine that it deals more damage than most melee weapons can manage with full damage sets. The problem is, Long Gun Lance deals more DPS than every other Gun Lance style when they run full damage loadouts, and Long Gun Lance needs Focus 3, Artillery 5, and Capacity Boost. That's literally it. It can stack every defensive skill in the goddamn world on top of that and still deal higher DPS and do it more safely than every other Gun Lance style can. Like, Long Gun Lance is overtuned within its own weapon class. Like, they did the opposite of what they did with like Switch Axe, right? And with Charge Blades and with Longsword. With Charge Blade, Longsword, and Switch Axe, they expanded the play options you have in Iceborne. They made it go from, they made Charge Blade go from spam SAED, never don't SAED, just charge files and SAED, to now we have SAED spam Charge Blade playstyles. We have Savage X heavy ones. We have mixed styles where you're doing some Savage X with some SAEDs on big trips or things like that. We have runs that use focus that don't use focus now, because since you're not charging files every 10 seconds for an SAD, if you're doing a Savage X playstyle, you don't need to have focus on Charge Blade anymore. That's a big difference build-wise and playstyle-wise, because your combos change if you don't use focus. Like, Charge Blade's playstyle options got huge. Longsword as well, because it's not just Foresight, use like YOLO out Helmbreakers, Foresight, Helmbreaker, Foresight. Now you have your Spirit EIs that you work in as well. You have EI cancels that you have more long flowing combos. Like, you have a lot more options that expand the skill ceiling. Switch Axe, I have an entire video talking about how Switch Axe got expanded, right? And then you have Gun Lance. They went from having Wide and Swing Lance be like the two high damage options, Wide being like overall the most balanced, and then normal Gun Lance being worse than Swing Lance, but also being better on specific matchups and not being that far behind, and then Long being very safe, having nice reach and allowing you to still have decent damage while stacking a bunch of defensive skills. It was still undertuned because, as I talked about in like the Gun Lance Math series, like, it was dealing lower DPS than like defensive set than Wide was, which was a numbers tuning problem. But they went from having 3 strong playstyles and 1 slightly underpowered defensive playstyle to having 1 playstyle that deals more damage and is more defensive, so you can fit more defensive skills because it doesn't require a lot of skills to cap out the damage, and is safer playstyle wise than every other playstyle is, even when they stack full damage sets, 0 defensive or quality of life skills. That's just horrible internal balancing in a weapon class. Like, they have made long gunlands just the standout. This deals the most damage. It is the safest. It is the best for fitting in whatever skills you want. You only have to put 3 attack skills on this, and it maxes out and deals more damage than every other style can with a full damage loadout. That's just very poorly done. But yeah, anyway. What next? What do next? Yeah, that's my rant about Gunlands. They did a shit job balancing it. They did the opposite of what you should do with an expansion, which is expanding your play options. They instead narrowed it by grossly over-tuning long Gunlands. I said so in the Gunlands series, long Gunlands needs buffs. It needs retuning. But giving it over 3 times as much damage as it had previously is not how you fix that. That is not a proper way to fix that. Yeah, long Gunlands is overtuned. Like, again, I'm happy it got buffed. I said repeatedly throughout the Gunlands math series, it needed to get buffed, right? Like, it needed buffs. The problem is the way they buffed it invalidates all the other playstyles as in terms of like optimization, in terms of strong choices. You can still play normal full burst Gunlands if you want. Swinglands is kind of dead. The only reason Swinglands worked in base game was because flinch thresholds were low enough you could flinch lock monsters. Now you can't even get your combo going against master rank monsters because they just fucking attack too fast and it takes too much damage to flinch them. Wide is the only wide 6 is the Rajang Gunlands. We don't even have a wide 6 in the base game. So wide's wide got completely invalidated in base because long Gunlands level 6 shelling with its regular shells did more damage than wide 5 did because of how the scaling math worked out. So like literally they made a lot. If you did a poke shell style with long Gunlands, you do more damage, which is dumb. Like it's just they horribly balanced Gunlands in Iceborne, and they did the opposite of how of what they should have done to handle it. But yeah, wide needs more options severely because it's there right now. Normal should be the highest DPS, I agree. It's by far the riskiest. But it's a numbers tuning for you. That's how the numbers worked out. Okay. I was doing a thing, wasn't I? What was I doing? Right, I was upgrading a handicraft charm. Yay! Don't really care about that. Okay, tempered red scale. I need tempered red scales, tempered ice hides. The fuck this is? Oh. I don't know why I was making this, but I'll just make it anyway. I don't know why I'm making a focus charm either. There's nothing I'm ever going to use that for. Let's see here. Alright, what have I got going here? Yeah, I don't know what I need for that. Don't know what I need for that. But I now have the materials I need to stick on a health regen on this. Sweet. Oh wow, I'm gonna need a lot of fucking... Ooh, I'm gonna need a lot of tempered Radabomb parts. Huh. For all of these power element file switch axes that I'm slowly building up a collection of. Okay. Oh, thanks, King of Darkness, Gerard. Have fun at work. Okay. I guess I should probably do this in the more I've got all the charms I need, I think. Well, not necessarily. I need to get tempered red scales. Those come from... Those come from tempered wraths, which I used to have, but I don't anymore, son of a bitch. Does anyone have a tempered wrath guiding lands? Because if not, I'm going to start farming some up. Elemental switch axes to build. The power element file ones. So keep in mind, you're gonna be investing a lot of mats into these to make them strong. But because they're rarity, the reason they're so strong is because they're rarity 10 customs. So Hector Glacier for ice. Coral this is the single strongest switch axe in the entire game. If something's weak to water, this thing fucking demolishes them. The damage is actually disgusting on this. So this is, despite how derp it looks, it is the strongest elemental switch axe in the game. Or the strongest switch axe period in the game. It can hit the highest numbers. I built this because it looks pretty, but it's not very good, unfortunately. I have not actually crunched the math, but I am 90% sure this is the better option for dragon. Even though the dragon bone switch axe hits higher dragon elements, I'm 90% sure this is the better option because of the lack of handicraft needed in the build and the slots. I haven't crunched it yet though, so I'm not 100% sound on that one. This is one of the only cases where the Jura switch axe is actually worse because it loses the Coral Puke. So you don't actually build a Jura. What's the other one? Thunder is Kirin, not obviously. Yeah, Kirin is your Thunder choice. And then I built the Nemo one because it looks pretty, but it's not that good. What's the other element? Fire. Yeah, fire is Anjanath. Fire is kind of the worst power element file switch axe out of all of them. It just has the worst stats because the Anja suffers from affinity issues, needs a lot of and also needs a lot of sharpness, a lot of handicraft. So it's suffering the most out of all of them. Kirin's the comfiest one. Water through Coral Puke is the strongest. This thing is fucking disgusting when you get it fully stacked out with all the augments. Like, this thing hits fucking, what is it? It hits like 8, I think it hits 1,340 element. Like, when you get 4 elements, when you get 4 element mods on this, which, by the way, you can't run health. You cannot run health on 4 elements. You have to run 3 elements if you run a health augment. But if you run 4 elemental augs on this plus all elemental customs, and you're in sword mode, this shit hits like, I think it's 1,340 element or something. Like, it hits a stupid amount of elements. Combine that with true crit element and like, Jesus Christ, you're doing a lot of fucking elemental damage. Yeah, this actually, I believe, hits the highest element anything can in the game. Just because you get, I think it's a 40% bonus to elements, I think. 40 or 35, I can't remember. Bonus to element in sword mode with power element file switch axes. Griever? I have no fucking idea. Rainy put something out about that recently, though. So check out Rainy's channel. He put out something about, like, I don't understand charge blade builds very well yet. I'll be honest. They keep fucking changing. People keep changing what is and what isn't useful. And it's so hard to... The nature of Savage Axe makes it extremely hard to calculate it on paper. Like, Savage Axe is a fucking shit show to calculate on paper, because not only is it a piercing type attack on a melee weapon, and piercing weapons are already a shit show to calculate on paper because you have to make so many assumptions, also Savage Axe does the weirdest shit with hit lag. So, like, Vanov wanted me to crunch some Savage X numbers the other day, so I started trying to frame count them, and trying to frame count Savage X is a fucking shit show, because not only do you get different hit lag amounts based on how many ticks you get for how many parts you swing through, you also have some weird interactions, like, if the axe hits of your Savage Axe hits a monster, you get about 6 frames of hit lag, right, instead of 1 frame of hit lag. 6 frames being 1/5 of a second. But if on the moment you make contact with, on the same frame you make contact with a monster's hit zone, you also get the tiny tick to trigger at the same time, it instead overrides that hit lag and gives you 1 frame of hit lag. So you save 1/6 of a second. Like 5 frames, 1/6 of an entire second, if you just happen to luck into that tick hitting at the same time as the main axe hit. And for things like Elemental Discharge 2, that happens twice. So that can be up to a 10 frame, which is 2/5 of a frame, is 1/3 of a second variance in animation time based on your luck. Plus you have the fact that other ticks if you get extra ticks based on your positioning and the monster's hitboxes, you can get extra time added onto it. And mind you, 1/3 of a second is a huge deal if you're calculating DPS numbers. Like, that's a big difference. Like, fucking Savage X is a shit show to calculate on paper, so it's really hard. So, like, all we can really do is have speedrunners just test shit and see what works better, basically, because it's a shit show to try to calculate on paper which is better. Yeah, it's, like, fucking weird. Does an Ogre switch X? Which one is an Ogre switch X? This one, right? Yeah, it is worse if I recall correctly. 875, 420 Thunder, gets purple at really high affinity, but you can't reliably keep that up. Power Element File. The fuck are you, Kieran Switch X? Why can't I find you? Why can't I find you? There we go. Yeah, so here's the thing. 10 more true raw. 10 more true raw, significantly less element, which is pretty much the deal breaker. And also, you can't really afford to invest 5 handicraft to get the purple. Because you need 5 handicraft to get 20 units of purple on the Zinogre. And you can't really afford to do that. True crit element sets are ridiculously expensive, and crit element master touch sets are even more expensive. So like here's the problem. Let's just I haven't actually bothered making any crit element sets yet, so let's just go ahead and like throw one together because I didn't make the armor for it. So we're gonna be running 4 pieces. The standard like true crit element set is 4 pieces of Silver Wrath for true crit elements, for the true crit elements, and then Garuga Greaves. That's your pretty standard set, right? So you use Kieran arms. I don't think I bothered making those yet, but you use Kieran arms for thunder sets, and there are some, and like for fire sets, you'll use the alpha version to get the fire attack in there for more efficiently get fire attack in there. So you'll be using alpha pieces for fire sets, but like this is pretty much like the standard set, right? Now, let me just so here's the problem, right? So like you're running crit element, so you want to run like 100% affinity, crit boost 3, and level 6 element attack, right? Like at minimum you want that, and then you try to fit in like sharpness mitigation as well, so like protective polish, added prolonger 3, or razor sharp for some cases, like the Kieran weapon can get away with razor sharp instead. And then let me just remove this real quick. Okay, so this is our base set, right? That's all the fucking skills it gives you. That is all. You get crit boost 3, 2 crit eye. That's fucking it. So now you have to figure out how, with this slot loadout and a charm, you have to get like fucking element attack 6, weakness exploit 3, Probably crit I7 at least, and an agitator to hit 100% affinity with element attack 6 true crit elements. And that's not even considering how the fuck do I fit in handicraft and protective polish or razor sharp. Exactly, the silver rat set is trash, so like you just can't fit enough stuff to get the purple sharpness on Zinogre and have a good set. Like too much, like that, too much, having to put too much handicraft investment kills your sets. Because you already need like fucking 3 to 5 or 6 god decos to make these sets work. Like you need to have like water attack plus decos, attack plus decos, agitator plus decos, handicraft plus decos, like out the ass, and like item prolonger 3 deco to make these sets work. So like you just can't fit like high handicraft sets with the shit you need on these. Bow actually has it easy. People have been complaining about bow sets with true crit elements, but bow sets with true crit element are easier to make than melee sets because they don't have to worry about sharpness. Bow just has to try to stack as much damage as it can with whatever constitution you want. Like, it doesn't have to worry about sharpness. Melee sets have to worry about handicraft, razor sharp, and or item prolonger 3 with protective polish, on top of trying to get all this shit stacked in there. Like, and you can't use Master's Touch with this shit. So like, even when you get a perfect set, you have to run a cursed fucking item prolonger 3 90-second protective polish set. If you, or a razor sharp set with a lower damage weapon, generally about a 10% lower damage weapon. Like, or you run, or instead, you fucking run a crit element. Let's throw on Puge. Or you run a crit element, Teostra set, like Master's Touch set. So a regular crit element, like 1.35 on average. It changes depending on weapon class. 1.35 on average, and true crit element is 1.55 to 1.65 depending on weapon. So you're losing all of that, and on top of that, what is it again? It's like fucking... What is it? Did I even make this shit? Yeah, I did. Rhyme Guard. Teostra. Kaiser. Rhyme Guard. Or... you run this shit, which is even less efficient. You get even less skills than you do with True Crit Element, but you get Master's Touch out of it, and you drop down from True Crit Element to regular Crit Elements. So yeah, like, yeah. But yeah, like, this is fucking, like, crazy. Like, the elemental builds are cursed as fuck, because you can make them work, but you need really good decos for it, and the damage returns is worth it. But, like, Jesus Christ, do you need good decos to make this shit work? Like, dual blade sets are a fucking mess. They're fucking cursed-ass mess, because, like, they deal so much damage, but you need to have such good decos to make them function. Yeah, like Arthur Shaw was saying, 890 water elements, that's before any purple sharpness modifiers, and that's also before turning into sword mode, which with power element files gives you, like, I think it's 40% more. Don't quote me on that. It might be 35, I don't remember. But either way, you end up hitting like close to 1400 fucking elements. Like, you end up hitting almost 1400 fucking element with the Coral Puke Switch Axe. In sword mode. So like, against water weak monsters, it's fucking dumb. But you need insanely good decos to make it work. And that's 1400 before, like, in fact, real quick, I calculated this already. I already calculated this. As a meme, I calculated this one time. So, boop, boop, boop. Make this bigger. Yeah, as a meme, I calculated this. Where are you? Which one are you? This one? Nope. It's probably an essay. Switch X fuckery. Yep, okay. Fucking True Crit Element set hits 252.126 effective elements. That's like after Purple Sharpness, True Crit Element, 100% Affinity, all of the Affinity in Sword mode, it hits 200. That's in game, that would be 2,520 elements. So, you know, multiply that by elemental hit zone value of 0.25, which isn't even like the highest it goes. It can go to 0.3, it can go to a 30 or 35 hit zone value. Like, look at this. Gold Rathian set hits 207.45 DPS on, I actually forget which combo this is. It's probably, let's see. Yeah, this is just triangle circle spam on sword mode. 207.45 effective elements. And this is on a 0.7.25, which is like a pretty decent average hit zone value. 231 DPS on the Koropuke Switch Axe. And like, I mean, we can go down here and see how with a triple slash combo, it's 246. It's 246 DPS. And then also as a meme, I decided to say, hey, what happens if I have a bunch of Gyros plus I'm swinging through my team for extra Switch Axe file procs. And I think on this one, how many did I do? I think I said 3 teammates with times 6 times 0.5 times 6 times 8 times 6 times 8 times 2. 9 times 6 times 8. Yeah, so for this one, I assume you're swinging through 3 teammates plus 5 great Gyros. Plus 5 Gyros, sorry, because this is actually a reasonable thing to do. Switch Axe holds the world record for Great Gyros speedrun, even faster than Glutton, because of the fact you can swing through the multiple Gyros and get multiple explosions that way. And I assumed 2 frames of hit lag. I don't know how accurate that is, but 2 frames of hit lag, and we're hitting 531 TPS. The Koropuke Switch Axe is kind of dumb. Oh, thanks, Grosu. I appreciate that. My assessing this as a math nerd, yep. But yeah, fucking Switch Axes, like, elemental builds are cursed. They're fucking weird, and you need such good decos to make them work. But on the weapons they work on, the damage returns is good. It's just sets suck. Whoops. Just the sets suck. Yeah. Alright, what the fuck am I doing next? Okay, I need a Tempered Ice Hide, which I think comes from Tempered Leggy, and Tempered Red Scale, which comes from Tempered Azurath. Yeah, True Crit Status Blast isn't worth it. You dumpster your damage running the Gold Wrath 4-piece set. Like, it's just, you lose so much damage that it doesn't make, the blast damage doesn't make it up. There's also just the issue that blast gets you like very diminishing returns the more of it you get, because later blasts just take a lot more status. So it's not like it's a very like, in terms of like blast to how many blasts you get per run, it's a very sharp curve, like very sharp curve downwards. It's not a very good investment. Yep, like Rhythm said, math that curse and put it on the back burner. Same, to be honest. I mathed out this one thing for the Koropuke essay. I was like, no, I'm done. I'm not gonna touch this for a while. See, I need to look into that Rhythm, because you mentioned that the crit element Master's Touch 7 loses 5%, which surprises me, but is possible. It's much better than it is with dual blades, if that's the case. Which, I guess... Should be weird to me, because the damage ratio should be higher. Should definitely be higher for more in Element's favor for Pep essays compared to dual blades, but I'll look into it at some point. We're working on the blast math vid, but there is just so much to like cover. I don't really think the poison gems are worth it. Because the problem is, like, it's extremely unlikely they'll get you an extra poison. Poison by its nature, it's very difficult to get a variable amount of poison procs, because of the fact that you have because of the fact that, like, the entire time a monster is poisoned, you can't apply poison. So the active time you actually get to apply poison on a monster is pretty small in terms of a run. And then it has the same issue as well with that other statuses have, where it just scales really quickly. Super V's. Depends what you mean, Kavadu, by viable. Last I checked, it's like a 20 to 25% damage drop on dual blades to run crit element master's touch sets. Last I checked. I'd have to double check. But because apparently for Pep SAs, it's only about a 5% drop, which really surprises me, but I'll take a look at it. Tokyo Jungle's great. But isn't that the one where you play as, like, animals and eat, survive, and fuck your way through post-apocalyptic Tokyo? Alright. Let's actually, like, hunt stuff now. Let's see if anyone has a Guiding Lands. Oh, I see, it's a full Guiding Lands. That's okay. Shouldn't take much for me to level up my Ancient Forest back to the point where I can get an Azurath. Do I need 5 or 4 for an Azurath? For a Tempered Wrath, rather. Looks like 5. Okay. No, it's okay, Melancholy Orgy. Don't worry about it. I need to level up I need to level up my Ancient Forest anyway, so is whatevs. I think I'm just gonna focus on keeping my Ancient Forest Rotten Vale leveled up, since I can just fucking leech the rest of the stuff off of Tony if I need it. Now that we spent like fucking 2 hours talking instead of playing this game, let's play this game. If anyone wants to join me and help me trap shit, that would be sweet. No, Groisu, I hunt alone 90% of the time. You honestly, you experience a monster's combat a lot more when you hunt solo. You experience how well or how badly designed they are. You really learn what your openings are against the monster, because you're the only aggro target, right? Well, you and a Palico maybe, but you're the only aggro target, so you really get to learn the fight. Multiplayer is fun. It's just a mishmash shit show, because you can't know who the target monster is aiming at half the time. Like, half the time, you don't know what the monster's aiming at. Half you don't know what the angle is. You don't know the right timing to dodge it. Like, but also the monster may not even target you, so you can just beat its butt while it's trying to hit someone else. Like, it's a fucking like, it's a fucking shit show. I guess we'll just cap Naga. 1 second. Why can't I find my hunter's notes? What's wrong with me? Can Naga only spawn here? I think so. He can't. Oh wait, no. Naga can also spawn in Coral. Yeah. So he's not a forest exclusive. I should really be farming a forest exclusive. What is a forest exclusive monster? I don't even fucking know. Great Jagras? Lol. Is Toby great? No. Is Toby Forest exclusive? Anjanath? Nightshade? Nope, Anjanath isn't. Toby, maybe. Yeah, I think Toby. I think Toby's a Forest exclusive. Fulgur definitely isn't. Puke is. Wait, is regular Puke a Forest exclusive? Nope. Hmm. Toby Garuga. Oh, Garuga is a Forest exclusive, isn't he? Well, I guess I'll go see if I have any Garuga, Toby, or Jagras lures. This Nog is a split, so I don't really want to trap farm him. There's nothing wrong with beating up Jagras. He exists to be a punching bag. That is his entire existence. Is to be a punching bag so you can learn your weapon when you start playing the game. Oh. I have a lot of great Jagrases. Damn it. Exciting gameplay. Yep. Leave me alone, I'm bushed. I should probably have eaten something. Eventually, Jagras will spawn. The main thing is you kind of need everything in the Guiding Lands, because once you start augmenting stuff and getting slot up and getting like the augment slot upgrades and all that stuff, you end up needing fucking everything. Like you need like tempered parts, monster parts from like every goddamn monster, every goddamn environment. So like you kind of need to like go through and like kill everything in each area. Each of the unique monsters for those like at least once to unlock their stuff in the melder, so you can kind of just focus them afterwards. Why don't I have any? Why don't I have any? Goodbye, Wildspire. Oh no. Oh, hello. I will step over here now. Right. Hey, Pard. How's my Halloween been so far? It's been chill. I mean, I've been playing this, basically. Been talking about Monster Hunter stuff. It's nice to stream again. It's been a second. It's nice to stream. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. Bye. Bye. Wait, how the fuck do I... Where the fuck am I going? Oh, I was not supposed to go up this way. That was a mistake. Goodbye, Coral Region. What's stimulating gameplay? Ah, he ran. He didn't step in it. That's sad. That'd be interesting, Delirious Vow. I'm just glad that they adjusted it, because the way it worked before is that in order for you to get like a level 7 guiding land, like before they did the patch and adjusted it, if you wanted to get like a level 7 guiding lands, you had to drop everything down to like ridiculously low, and it took so fucking long to get the amount, because the amount of points you did was insanely high. They overall made it better now, so I need to remove this trap up here. Hey, where is my trap? Oh shit, it's over this way. Fuck me. Excuse me, not Kuga. Excuse me. I need to destroy this trap real quick. Now I gotta go the long way around to him. Thunder cross. You fell for it, fool. Thunder cross splits. Lol. Yeah, leveling up is so much easier now. I didn't even bother doing much guiding lands before because I figured they were going to change it with how many complaints there was, so I didn't even bother doing much guiding lands until post-patch. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Jagras is a bit weird at Pitfall. This poor bastard. You fell for it, fool. Thunder cross splits. I don't even know what it's a reference to, but it sounds funny. They're gonna nerf the trap spam leveling? Maybe. Who knows? Oh no, I'm bleeding. Do a quick check and see how we're doing point-wise. Board investigation. This is super engaging. Oh wow, almost a 5 already. God, you gain points so fucking fast trap spamming. Jesus Christ. We haven't even been doing this for like more than 5 minutes, really. I will probably focus on keeping my... I'll probably just ignore my volcanic and coral and focus on keeping the others high level. Since everyone keeps coral high level because they want health augment stuff. So it's easy for me to leech that from peeps. Oh, that JoJo references. See, here's the thing. I read JoJo like through the first like 400 chapters or some shit, and then I just stopped reading because I was just like, there's too much. That is too much, JoJo. Too much to cover. Oh look, Joe kept him in place for me. How nice of him. And then rolled so I couldn't trap him again. Yeah. Ooh, piece of candy. Damn it. We're good. But yeah, like I read like the original Joseph Joestar arc and everything, and the one where Dio is in like is a head in a in the water or something. I don't know. I read these so long ago. Hey, step into my trap. Yes. Step into my trap. Step into my trap. You break my trap? Broke my trap. Alright, bye. Alright, are we at level 5 yet? Nope. Almost. One or two more rounds of trapping and we should be at level 5, and then we can kill this Jagras and kill a Rathalos. Yeah. Thanks for the help, everyone, with the Thunder Cross splits. I go the wrong way. I went the wrong way. Really? This is not the right way. I don't know where I'm going. Why is it targeting Nagakuga? How long have I been targeting Nagakuga? Oh, wait. Right. Uber. Yeah, it's entirely... Ooh! Big piece of candy. But yeah, it's entirely possible I just don't remember the reference, because when I did read that manga was back when I was like a teenager. Ooh, piece of candy. Garuga Light Bowgun depends on the ammunition type you're using, because it's good at pierce, spread, and stickies. I recommend checking out our Discord server in the Iceborne set discussion. We have pins for all the albums for all the sets at the moment. I think the only ones that we're kind of lacking right now is that, like I mentioned, Bo has like 50, 60 plus builds, and we only have like some of them on there. They're not all on there yet, I think. But we do have albums with all the albums for the meta sets set up at the moment. And for the light bowgun one, that has a lot of the light bowguns. As far as I'm aware, it has all the best options right now, but I haven't looked through it myself personally yet. Where are you going? Yeah. Slide. Well, one of you is gonna get shock trapped. Is Naga immune to traps or something? He like keeps not getting trapped. One of you come over this way. One of you come over this way. Someone step on my trap. Someone step on my trap. Where the hell did I even put it? Ah, there it is. Well, I guess no one wants to step on my trap. Oh, Nog is immune to pitfalls? That makes sense. Things that I don't know because I don't use traps. The only time I ever use traps is the capture stuff, and even then I prefer to just kill the thing unless it's a capture mission. And I always use shock traps just because they activate faster, so I don't really know what pitch fall trap interactions with monsters are like. They pretty much never use them. The Nurki Libogan's really good for Rapid Fire Normal 2. It's just Rapid Fire Normal 2 is the weakest ammo in Iceborne. It's probably weaker than Pierce. At least, well, Pierce is better for like the matchups Pierce is good against, I guess. But everything for Libogan is just kind of overshadowed by like, what's it called? Yeah, everything is overshadowed by Sticky Libogan at the moment, just because everything else, like, mods are too expensive to stack much of anything good on them. You don't even really get to run Wyvern Blast counter on anything, because they literally don't have the spare mod slots to spare it. The fact that Libogans only get 4 mods has been a serious detriment to Libogan builds. Naga has to be angry for Pitfall to work, because Naga's a smart boy, as he gets angry. Alright, we should be at 5 now. Yeah, we're at 5. Cool. Kill the Jagras! What's up, boo? Oh, just turn off the oven then. Does it? I'm sorry. Apparently, my room smells funky. Wonder what that is. I will have to investigate that at a later time. Alright. Let's kill a Jagras finally. Because we're at level 5 now. I don't smoke, Lance. Not that I have anything against smoking. I live in Atlanta, but I don't smoke personally. Not really a big fan of downers, never really have been. Get an aerial! My bad. I keep forgetting you can't use that when there's teammates. You have to be careful about your upswings when there's teammates. That Clagger making Helmbreaker miss them feels though relatable. Ah, he actually dodged my Wild Morph with his single in-out attack he owns. Oh, I thought he was gonna, well, whatevs. I was gonna go hunt some foods. Huh. Didn't cancel. Interesting. touch excessive. Maybe. Why am I leveling Forest? Because we want because I want to get a Tempered Rathalos, since I need Tempered Red Scales for the Blaze 5 charm. Trying to get all... I probably don't even need a Blaze 5 charm, but fuck it. Alright, let's see if I can lure us out a Tempered Wrath.